Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.
The scary part is the fact that, too, is like, there was a cop at the end of the block, and he was like, yo, I ain't live on this block, be shooting. I'm like, I don't know who did that, but evidently somebody wasn't trying to harm me. It was like a message.
Right.
But they didn't do that over there. They went all the way on that side. But Paris was so smart to see that car before that even happened to him.
Wow. See, it sounds like it's starting to just sound like hate. Mm-hmm. See, nowadays people hate through the computer. Yeah, I think you're right. Nowadays people hate them same
Back in the days, they had to get active with the hate.
Right, exactly. You got to come out and actually do something. You can't just do it from behind a keyboard. Yeah. So if I hate Epmd or I'm just jealous that Erick and Parrish $1 million.
P was knocking out. You know what I'm saying?
Then
Niggas probably try to spin the block. Yo, that's some
Well, it wasn't like it wasn't like we was doing it around. This has happened just to be industry stuff that happened. He just happened to be in situations that, we was always finding ourselves in a situation. Mm-hmm. But Paris was the person that would hook off on you. Again, he didn't really do that much talking. Right. And then, don't forget, like I said for him, 6'2.5", heavy set, chocolate brown, hell of a jab, gifted gab. I'm the elite. We really did this for real, out here. See all this, hands up. It didn't matter.
Back in the day. Yeah,
well, this is what, nigga, you want to come up here, this is what we didn't do it because we was famous. So, do you got some of these? Can you, this is what we doing. If you can do this, then we can sell it this way.
But back then, they killed for that. Being nice with your hands, just clapping.
Because again, if you get embarrassed, they coming back.
Yeah, they coming back.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, facts.
But you had those too. You had those in the front too. It's wild how dangerous. I mean,
no, but what you mean it's wild, bro?
It's
you remember?
You see it now.
80s and 90s.
It is now. Kids are just high doing it.
Yeah.
And they, the impulse on them is not stinking.
Right.
We had it because the way it was. The way it was in the street,
Between the streets and other rappers, you're like issues with other rappers who think that you're dissing them or dudes who pop off.
Yeah, I talked to Kane was one that we had problems, and we talk about that. President had a convo.
This was over crossover.
Just recently over crossover, thinking that we was talking about him with the suits and everything.
Were you?
Not really not like that. It wasn't subliminal, but again, it was more when it changed with Hammer and Vanilla Ice mostly.
Right.
As far as where it was going.
Yeah. And they
it was like so we was like, yo, because they was selling mad records. So this is where rap is going?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's where crossover really came from.
Right.
Just the fact that, jeans and suits and whoever was doing it, it was just a metaphor for anybody that's going that route.
It started to become a trend.
Mm-hmm. Be going that route. So not necessarily talking about him, but he took it like that, Because I really can't say if that what Paris was saying. I think Paris was just saying what he was saying,
Right.
I was saying what I was saying as far as just to go with the crossover. Mm-hmm. I know it's going to be our biggest record. We dissing radio, and it's Epmd's biggest record.
How does that work?
That's crazy.
Crossover.
Yeah.
Now I remember being a little kid. There you are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yo, I
Shot
love
the video
that
up in Manhattan, and Kid Capri had came through. Puffy had came through and played me Mary's album because he wanted me. That's when he had everybody calling on the intro. So he's like, Erick, can you call on the intro on the album? So he came through, whatever. And I remember that part. And I remember my homeboy Keith Green, he's dead now, but somebody had followed him to my video shoot, right? Waited for the video for him to be over, followed him home, got to his house and blew his brains out on the step.
Wow.
Damn. That's crazy.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because he went and got Biz Marquis's chains. You know, it was cool to go to be in the crossover video.
Yeah.
And he had his Jeep. So in the crossover, we see the Jeep and Homeboy and up in the thing with Redman. That's him. But somebody was casing him out
The whole time.
the whole time. And when he left there, got home, got to the front doorsteps, they killed him.
Took the chains?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, Biz got his chains back. They didn't take his chains. It wasn't about that. It was personal.
It's personal.
It wasn't robbery.
Nigga kill you and leave you with your jury and your money. That's
So
personal.
wait, so how did King respond to crossover? How did with that beef?
He just wasn't talking, you know, just wasn't for a minute. But then, like I said, we talk about it now. He just thought it was, and I doubt if it was. We just laughed about it too, whatever. But everybody's cool. When I'm telling these stories, we all discussed all these stories, all of us, because I wanted to bring them up. You know, I wanted to be like, yo, remember when you rock him? Like, yo, you stop, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Stressing me, son.
I was scared like a motherfucker.
There were dudes who was already wearing suits. Like Slick Rick was heavy in the suits back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been anybody, but you know if it wasn't you.
Right.
You know if it wasn't you.
Right.
You know, we trying to talk about the people who's trying to move the culture some other direction.
Change.
Right. Yeah, we wasn't with that part. That's all.
So going R&B basically.
Right.
The guys who were leaving the
or just going pop. Remember it was Voodoo to make a commercial?
Yeah.
Like,
MC
you doing commercials or you doing some shit? You selling shit?
Oh, you sold out.
Yeah, you sold out. Stupid shit. Makes no sense now. You know what I'm saying?
Right, facts. Wow. So MC Hammer took a lot of those shots.
But yeah, for no reason.
Color Me Bad.
Color Me Bad. I got them.
You got that?
No,
Color Me Bad.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Because again, they was part of. I liked it too. I was on the tour with them
Busting
too.
ass to that, right?
They were
That
wrong
was
with
that
us.
shit, boy.
Yeah.
I still play that record.
I went on road with them, still singing crossover. Because they was boys. What they gonna do? I was damn if they got hit by one of them niggas.
Yo, stop doing that record, man.
Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. Who else did you have an issue with? You said something about Slick Rick before.
Well, I didn't have a problem with it. That was a small thing though too with Parrish. It was a moment that he just asked a question and Rick had said something. But Rick, that's one of my good friends now.
Yeah.
Like a real but he just was the man. Period.
Yeah.
Like he's strapped. He was, he's not from this country, but he was in Brooklyn, so he had both mentalities of the whole Slick Rick thing is royalty. That's why it's crumbs and look at me, the ruler. So imagine you being like that and you England. So when you see us, we're peasants.
Oh my God.
That's how he treated us, like
Right,
that. Crumbs.
Flats and all of that. You live in a flat.
And when I mean I played that tape till the words was off of it. Vince's The Slick Rick that's one of my top.
Classic.
Period.
That's a classic album.
Absolutely.
A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway. Takes so long to get from Monday to Friday. Then you wake up on Sunday like it was just Friday. Crime pays an iron cage, had to find ways. I wasn't trying to slave a 9 to 5 till my dying days. Friends